everyone, welcome to the floor of my sewing room. We are going to be floor trolls today, as Rachel calls it. It's more because I just have so much here and I don't have a table big enough to show all this. And I like being on the floor. So last week my husband and I went to our first auction and we bought all of this for $92 at an auction. So we're gonna go through it all. So like I said, this was my husband and I's first auction that we ever went to, and the first few minutes we just sat and watched, trying to figure out how things worked, how this auction worked. So we missed out on some few stuff. There was like a tote, like these kind of totes, full of buttons, vintage buttons that I really would have loved to have. There was a box that had buttons and patterns that I really would have liked to have, but whatever. But I still feel like we came away with a lot. I guess we'll start with behind me. First off, we've got all these bolts of fabrics. Oh, we have a hat right there. We even have a bag of bolts of fabric. I have another bag here full of corduroys, just a bunch of different types of corduroy. We got, here, let me put this on my lap. We got some tans, we got some flower prints, blue, pink, some like 70s patterns. Didn't really want this, but it came with some of the other stuff. So a box of corduroys, a cute little vintage hat veil thing that we need to fix and restore. Okay, we'll put that right there. Some bolts of wool that I got for free, actually. I'm gonna say a lot. More fabric, and more fabric. A bunch of scrap wool. Okay, back to more fabrics. This is just like miscellaneous small chunks of all different types of fabric. Same with that pattern. I mean, that pile actually has some bigger chunks in it, but still. Like, see, this is a tiny strip. Why is this in there? Then we got some faux fur. Some more pink faux fur. Now we gotta put this pile back on. So let's push that all away. I got a old vintage metal Tonka fire truck. It's freaking adorable and cute. It is missing the ladder on this side, but I feel like all in all, it's pretty good. Oh, let's grab all this stuff over here. So the lady had won these Legos in her auction, but she didn't want them, and so she just kind of put them in our box while we were walking by. Whatever. I got a little drawing figurine. This was for free, so I just picked it up at the end for free. I thought it was cute. This I found in one of the boxes that had all this stuff in it. Just a DVD. Got a free thing of dinosaur pancake molds. My husband actually grabbed this. He was like, look, they have this at the end for free. And it was dinosaur pancakes, which is funny because my husband doesn't even eat pancakes. Whatever. So dinosaur pancakes, because every man in his life needs some dinosaur pancakes, whether they eat pancakes or not. Once again, free was a Fisher Price silo. Now we're back to things I actually paid for. Some more scrap fabrics. A tote of yarn, completely filled with yarn. And another tote that's really gross, full of scrap tan and cream fabrics. Oh, go over there. So a bunch of sample fabric squares. This was at the bottom of one of the boxes I got. I wasn't too happy to find this. But it is what it is. Literally a tote full of quilting. Literally a tote full of quilting squares and some bags of quilting squares. Some unfinished quilts. I wasn't too happy about getting this either because I'm not a quilter, but it is what it is. Was at the bottom of a box. Okay. Next is this pile. This is like a rug or a blanket or something. I think I want to say it's more of a rug. That's not finished. I don't know if she was taking it apart because it's all like cut right here. It's a bunch of little thread tassels, or if she was trying to build it. But an unfinished project I'm gonna go with. A box of lime chocolates. Inside is some pattern pieces, well, some cut out pieces of fabric that I'm assuming would make one of these little teddy bears. So an unfinished project. This is actually my pile of unfinished projects. Right now. So we got another unfinished project, another unfinished project, a America's Country Craft Ink. I'm assuming back in the day this is one of those craft kits you get in the mail, like you can get nowadays. So I'm assuming this is like a vintage version. It has tons of lace and some cute cotton fabric. But yeah, a cute little crafting kit. Another unfinished project. Another unfinished project. And another unfinished project. And another unfinished project. This is actually a mostly like 90% finished nightgown with some, I don't know what these are. I think they're unfinished pillowcases because they are like the perfect size for a pillowcase, but they're not sewn together. It's just like a big sheet. So, unfinished sewing projects that I do plan on finishing because can't do the dead lady wrong by not finishing her projects. Even if she or I will never be wearing these projects, or I probably have no use for them, you know I still have to do it. Just can't do a dead lady wrong. Actually, this one I might wear because this is like a cute coat. It looks like she just did the lining for it. So that's a project I might finish. Oh. Let's grab this stack. My husband bought a, that was not good, that was bad. My husband bought a stack of vintage books. He only really wanted one book in the whole pile, which is The Dragon and the Raven. My name's Raven, so husband wanted that. But, you know, we got some cool books in it. Indian Children Tales, Uncle Tom's Cabin, ooh, Charles II, Thackeray, The House of Wolf. Little Paul Dombey? Little Paul Dombey. Sir Walter Scott. Little Men, to go with Little Women. And short stories from Shakespeare. Oh, I promise I'm not gonna sneeze. So we got that pile of books. Oh, did I show you this? This goes with that over there. A box full of teeny tiny quilting squares. Like, teeny tiny quilting squares. Oh, that one's actually like all lace. Why would you put lace? Yeah, see? Teeny tiny quilting squares. A whole box just full of teeny tiny quilting squares. So, that's not weird. Now this is all the good stuff. Actually, not really. I have a box over there full of quilting batting. That took me like 12 times to say that. I'm not gonna pull that forward. Yeah, we could do these piles over here. A tote full of zippers. It's an evil tote of zippers because this lid does not stay on. And I have dropped this box a million times and had to pick up all the zippers a million times. Go away, I don't like you. A box of some hand embroidery and beautiful lace as I dump it all over myself. Most of it's white lace, which is cool by me because I use white, or you can dye it a different color, whatever color you want. Okay. Another box of lace. See, it says lace, and it's literally a huge roll of lace. Okay. A flower press. This is cool. I actually didn't know this was one of the boxes I got, so I'm kind of excited for this. Oh. Okay. Up here in the front is some ironing stuff. We got an old school iron, some ironing tools. I can't remember what these called. Point press. That's what it's called. Point press. Then a cool little iron. Ironing hams. See, another ironing ham. And then just like a ironing pad. We'll go with a pad. We're gonna call it a pad. So, cool ironing stuff. This I actually got all for free because it was leftovers nobody wanted. I didn't know they were there till we were walking away. So, bonus! Oh. Okay. Well, I'm getting through this pile. A box of really cool stuff. It's the whole reason I bid on a bigger box. It's got buckles, it's got hooks and bars, more hooks and bars, snaps, hooks and bars, snaps, a button making kit, more belt buckles, Velcro, just a bunch of bits and bobs that you'll need for sewing. So, love this. Totally worth it. I love this box. And then we got another box of, literally it's just pins and needles. Like pins, needles, just pins and needles. Heat transfer pencil. And then this box is a bunch of random stuff. So we have a jar, some heat transfer stuff, more pins, buttons. Okay, hold on, you are in my way. A bunch of buttons. I love buttons, so I'm pretty excited to have buttons. A big giant staple remover. Not sure what that is. But pins, cushion pin, tape measure, zipper guide. It says easy zipper guide. That's not what I'm about to read. And more pins, tape measure, more buttons, Velcro, just odds and ends. Okay. This is a box of lace and tablecloths. So, yellow tablecloth, a plaid yellow one. This one's actually really freaking adorable. Look at the cute little like Scandinavian guys. Oh, this one has a hole in his pants. Right at the knee. They're just cute little Scandinavian guys. Cute tablecloth. Adorable. Too bad it has a hole in it. I wonder if I can do. I wonder if it has any more. More tablecloths. These were all an oops box. I didn't mean to bid on this box and get it. But, you know, you live and you learn and you're gonna make mistakes, especially at your first auction. So, there's Portugal cotton. So tablecloth, tablecloth, more tablecloths, and a tablecloth. So, just a box of tablecloths that I didn't mean to bid on, but got for $4. So, was it $4? Yeah, I think it was $4. So, whoops, but whatever. We did a box of batting. We have a bag full of hand embroidery things. This is just a little scrap fabric with some hand embroidery on it. This is like the cutest apron. Look how cute this little apron is. It's freaking adorable. It's got a cute little watering can and everything. Then just more hand embroidery. Oh, this one's not even done. Great, I'll have to finish that. I hate hand embroidering. But hand embroidery. I'm gonna put you in the unfinished pile. Some vintage shapewear. Like legit. It's vintage shapewear and it's like my size. And it has like the little garter hooks and everything. Little vintage shapewear. And then look, there's like a sexier version, a little peekaboo section of some vintage shapewear. You can even see the little garter tassels, the little garter belt. I guess it's not a garter belt, it's a garter belt holder or whatever. So we got some vintage underwear. Totally didn't know that was in a box. Tons of thread. So a bunch of thread. Yes, I know all this is normal thread and the last box is serger thread. I don't have a working serger, but there was one at the auction. I just happened to get outbidded for it. Outbid? I think it's outbidded. I got outbid. No, it's outbid. I got outbid for it. And I had happened to buy the thread before getting the serger. So one day I will get a serger. And I will have thread for it. Then I have this. This was a very unpleasant surprise. It's a dead animal. It's real fur, pretty much. That is a real fur. I don't know what animal. I don't care. I don't want to look at it in more detail than knowing that, yes, that is real fur. And I'm ashamed to own it. Go away, bee. You don't belong in my house. And then we got these. I have a bag full of 80s, oh, modernish. Oh, actually, that one's like a modern take on a vintage style. Most of these I thought were 80s. Like this one's 80s. But a bag full of patterns. Looks like 80s patterns. But a bag full of 80s patterns. I'm hating heat transfer pens. This box full of 80s patterns. This was a bonus surprise because I didn't know this was in another box I bid for. It's the 80s patterns. That's like Halloween patterns, 80s patterns. Could be actually classified as 90s. There with that hairstyle, early 90s, late 80s. Definitely. Cool. Another box of vintage patterns. These are once again like mostly 80s. We've got 80s sleepwear, 90s sleepwear. Ooh, that is lingerie. 80s. Look at that hairstyle. That is totally 80s. Oh, you know what? 70s. We got 70s. That's 70s. Oh, hey. This one's more 1950s. That is a 1950s pattern. So bonus, at least I found one 1950s pattern in these 80s boxes. Granted, it's sleepwear. Robes, loungewear, lingerie, men's. Yep, that's pretty much what was in there. That's interesting. These boxes are labeled. Transfer paper. The good box. These two boxes for the whole reason I actually went to the auction. I knew these boxes were there and I had wanted them. This is a box I wanted for really, really bad. And I actually paid $20 for this box and that box with all these patterns in it. And this box is literally nothing but 1950s through 70s. So we have, ooh, that's, hold on. I want to pull that one out. Uncut, unopened 1950s children's pattern. You've got 70s with the skirts. Cool. Here's the other ones that were in there that I pulled out because I loved them. 50s, 50s prom, 50s prom. Look at that cute 50s dress. More 50s. This is that Mel in or Meller patterns. Meller patterns? Is that what it's called? The patterns that are come in the mail. Like that's literally all it is it comes in the envelope in the mail. And look, it still has the envelope, the original envelope with all the information on it. So that's so cool. Love this. This is my pride and joy. This is totally worth the $20 to me. And then this one was, I opened it up too, looked in it. It's a box full of 1980s and 70s with a bit of 1950s. I've gone through this box, so. So we have total 1970s. More 1970s. '80s. Definitely '80s. Look at that hairstyle. '80s. And then I found some of these. So we have another one of those Meller envelope patterns. I gotta fix this one. I don't like that. And then some cute 1950s patterns. So one for teens, and shirts, and skirts. I actually already own this pattern, so now I have 2 of it. And some more kids 50s patterns. So yeah. So yeah, I went to the auction for literally these 2 boxes and paid $20 each for these boxes. They have about 80 patterns in them, so that's 25 cents a pattern. Not a bad deal. And then I happened to find all the rest of this stuff. So for a grand total, I got all this stuff for $92, which I feel like is not bad. Not bad for $92. Am I going to use all this stuff? No. Am I excited to have some of this stuff? Yes. Yes. This is mine. I'm just so excited to have 50s patterns. I love having vintage 50s patterns. So this isn't what I normally post on this channel, but if you want to see me sew and actually use some of these patterns to make dresses or finish the projects that finish a dead lady's projects, I'll probably be doing videos about those here soon. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell for those kind of videos, because those will be coming up. I'm pretty sure those will be coming up soon. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all that fun jazz stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video after I clean up this mess. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh man, I really have to clean up all this. This is gonna take me forever. Ugh. I'm okay.